to protect our existence. It's all crashing down and we are the resistance. My spaceship is a tank, also a gun. Never thought smashing rocks would be so much fun. Intelligent shows where they're gonna fall, so we race to the scene when we get the call. We arrive and the skies open up with fire. No time to sit back, no time to admire. Auto fire engaged, I go left and right. Between the meteors and me, I'm gonna win this fight. I had to dodge and go into hyperspace. My dread's torn up all over the place. Time for repairs, my friends are taking over. Put up the shield and call out the rover. We are the planet's last hope, we won't flee. These rocks won't stop, but either will we. Burning it, smash them all down.
Yeah!
I don't have one. Where's yours, Jeff? Don't have one.
Welcome, everyone, to Astro Smash Mondays. As my Kool Aid man almost falls. We have a special guest, the Intellivision gamer, in the house, and wow, look at all those games. I am super, super jealous, and that looks so darn cool behind you.
You look like you have the same setup.
I mean, you got more. I think I'm more. It's the homebrews. It's the homebrews. I'm like, you have so, like, I think you have like every homebrew that's ever come out.
I'm missing like 5 to 10, I think.
Do you have Fortress?
I have one of the 4 versions, yes.
Wow. See, there you go. Like, that's like, I think my most valuable is probably Ms. Pac-Man. Like, that's probably like the oldest one. Maybe.
That's a good one.
Well, I got Space Cant, we'll call it. And then BC's Quest for Tires, Oregon Bound. The rest of them are still kind of common. Hover Bover, Lost Caves of Cross, Go Sub. I don't know. But you probably got all the cool stuff. I tried downloading Foobar today, but it sent I might have to get a hold of Luke. It sent me like a zip file, but there was no ROM in it. It was just when I bought it, it was just the box cover and the overlays and instructions. And I was like, "Where's the game ROM?" I'm sure it's.
No, I forgot to go look. I don't have Foobar. That's one I'm missing.
Yeah, so I did. Yeah, that's me too. I'd love to have it like a physical, but I everyone wants me to play it, so I was like, well, I'm gonna download the ROM today. So I went to Intellivision Collector and downloaded it. But like I said, like I'll have to hit him up because there's no game ROM I can actually put to my LTO. It's just the manuals and stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I picked up a couple. There's a couple free ones off of one of the vaults. I got Tag Along Todd, which is like the clone kind of game, and then
chase you around.
Yeah, and I'm trying. There was another one. Oh, Scarfinger was another one I've never played. So I don't know if it's a full version, but I think where did I get that from? Intellivision Collector or Intellivision ROMVault.us or some. I was just hunting around for ROMs today, and but yeah, so I got a few new ones. Let me say hi to everyone because, oh, my goodness. Kid Goozy, what's happening fresh off the Astrocade and Atari 7800 gaming session? Nice. Time for some Kool Aid. I don't know about that, but happy Monday, PJ Smith, fellow Wood Grain Warriors. Kurt Bradshaw, good to see you. Very good to see you. Emma Jade in the house. Good evening. Savador. Can't have a show without Savador. And David Camacho, the sealed game guru, man. He has his television games all sealed in shrink wrap. Love it. Love it, dude. And Junebug, what's going on?
Jeff's mom.
Everyone hit the like button for the pain they had to endure for Kool Aid Man tonight. It's going to be interesting.
It wasn't that bad.
PJ, question, what is Foobar? It's a new game. That's all I know. I haven't even played it. I just see a bunch of paint rollers, and I think you got to paint stuff. Effed up beyond all reckoning, exactly. Yeah, so Pete is undergoing there's a power outage in this whole area of that just everywhere. So he was trying to, a little phone that was trying to get into the stream, so he may hang out and chat, or if he can connect, he'll try to connect again with us here. But until then, I mean, there's a lot of Kool Aid Man to go around. A lot of Kool Aid Man. We may have to fast forward to some of these videos because this is a game. Let me start off first. If anyone's seen my video already, like I didn't know, like I was just hitting like my, I pull it up on the LTO and I usually hit my side button to start. Whoops, as it starts. Stadium Mug Buggies. Sorry. Yeah, I usually hit my side button to start a game, and then as soon as the title screen, I just hit side button again, which is just like hitting the disc, which apparently starts you at level 7. So I'm like this, and you just hear me complaining and just saying this is the worst game I've ever played. This is so hard. How can you escape the thirsties when they literally just follow you and you can't outrun them no matter where you go? And then I'm like talking to Jeff and Intellivision Gamer and Pete and everything, and they're and I remember Jeff going, "Well, you can go up the steps." I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Wait a second, no, they were chasing me up." I'm like, "It's like so hard. It's like extremely hard." And then I realized, after I posted my video that, wow, I was on like the hardest level you could start on, and I got some great points for where I survived. But Christopher, what's happening, man? Good to see you. Pete has to forfeit. Was this a scheme on someone's point? Yeah, we sabotaged it. We cut all his power so that we didn't have to endure him beating anyone this week. I'm kidding. No, we're gonna show his too. But anyways, that's what it was. So once I saw that you could start on an easier level, although the game to me is still pretty bland and boring, and it's not my favorite. It's very playable to get a lot of points. But I just couldn't go back because I probably practiced for like a little over an hour and then recorded that last piece, because I was like, oh my God, I actually got Kool Aid to break through, not realizing that if you start from the first level, you'd have Kool Aid break through probably 20 times. And, it's all just getting points and the Phantom flavors and all that good stuff. But yeah, what a game. Intellivision Gamer, what did you think of Kool Aid Man for Intellivision?
Well, this was the first time that I've ever played this. I didn't have as a kid, never had any interest to play. I've always heard it's a kid's game, it's not very good. Here. And I thought the same thing when I first started playing it, but it did grow on me. Once you learn how to play,
yeah,
it's not bad, but it does get very repetitive. So you can only play it so long.
Yeah, it's really, I think it really, I love the opening tune. And then it stops. I'm like, if they just had like that kind of going, it would make it a little more like I felt like it was just so boring because all it is click,
the footsteps.
That's it. That's all it is, the footsteps. And to me, it just reminded me of the Shifty Eye Dealer just like laying down cards, like because it's that same sound effect of him like laying the cards, but it's like faster. Jeff, what did you think as far as playing Kool Aid Man the first time?
It wasn't as bad as I had heard, but I mean, it is pretty repetitive.
Yeah.
So it's not a great game, but it's not the worst thing in the world.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, once you've done both, because it's kind of weird. It's got two screens where you do the first one where there's no points, and the second one is where you get all your points. But then after that, it's all kind of the same. I mean, I think the stuff is placed differently on the next level when you play it, when you roll it around. But yeah, I also had, if everyone saw my video, I got stuck in like 2 or 3 places. I was just done. I couldn't move anymore. Like whenever there was like an
I saw the one in the sink, like the foot in the sink. That was like the first where you had it open, which we'll play.
Yeah,
that was funny. I never.
So I just switched to the other. I think it was the girl I switched to. But but then again, your guy is just sitting there as a sitting duck, and those.
It's weird. Like that was the thing I didn't really like. I understand because you can carry 2 things at once. I guess that was the whole. But I mean, I like when one of them got hit, I was like, oh, thank God. I'll just let's deal with one person. Like I don't know. It's very repetitive, very bland. There's no music. That's the bad thing. I feel if that had if there was like a hack of this that maybe added some different enemies that did different things, to make it a little more interesting. Maybe even other things you grabbed, like different flavors of like they had you grabbing them as Kool Aid, but it was not. It was kind of just weird, Like I understand it was supposed to be a kid's game too, but I think as a kid I would have never figured any of this out.
No,
but this was literally my first time too. Like I I looked at it or sampled it and went, whatever. This is my first time sitting down and really trying at this game. And
so this game you
Pete's
got
here, by the way, everyone. He's just trying. His cellular signal is very weak, so he's in the chat though.
So originally this game you could only get through mail order. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe it was the Kool Aid. I don't want to call them the cool points because that was like I remember doing Kool Aid cool points. There was way cooler things to get. Although I would have loved to get this too. No, this was, I think, like the UPC kind of send in, save your UPC things off the like they used to do back then.
I think it was free with 120 points or $10 for 20 or 30 points, something like that.
Oh, look at this! They're in the dark.
Oh no! Oh, it's right.
I can see his glasses.
Oh, nice! Are you going to tell us a scary story?
Pete's the leprechaun. I'm the leprechaun. Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah, you just light a candle and put it in front of you.
Did you even hear me?
See, hold the flashlight.
No, it's not. I haven't got enough signal.
But yeah, I mean, we can hear you though. That's kind of good.
No,
Kurt says
not
he
enough
got his
signal.
at J.C. Penney's.
Yeah, I heard that later on that they were selling them in stores. I guess
I'll bail.
I guess
You're gonna bail.
You're gonna
We can
bail.
hear you, but you probably can't hear us. That's probably why. Oh yeah, he's freezing.
Yeah.
That was. Might want to make that the remake the thumbnail and just have Pete's face in the with the candle. That's funny. Yeah. So like a really weird game, but it isn't as bad. I know everybody considers it one of the worst on the console, so that's kind of like how I did my whole video. I wasn't trying to talk crap on it. It's just what everybody says. But it's very playable. It's not like a broken game or anything like that. But yeah,
no, but it's definitely not a game you can just pick up and play.
Like I never want to play this again. Like, I don't hate it. I don't want to play it again. You know, I understand. But if it was supposed to be just a simple kids game, it's definitely a very simple game. It's difficult, but it's
well. They have kids mode too. If you hit number 3.
Oh boy, I should have done that.
I heard it doesn't get any harder. It's just the same.
It stays on the same level, and you pretty much just go forever.
PJ says 125 proof of purchase points to get a copy. Sponsored by the American Dental Association. Apparently, that'd be weird. That you're literally drinking a drink that has a ton of sugar. Well, I guess as much as you want to put in, but I'd always put a bunch in. You always wanted a ton of sugar in that. That's funny though.
I'm guessing they started selling it in the stores because maybe they didn't get enough people to send in their Kool Aid.
That was a lot of Kool Aid. 1 point for every packet of Kool Aid. That was a lot of Kool Aid.
Oh wow, that's true,
Put it in
huh?
stores just to get rid of them.
I should probably turn my thing off. I am gonna pop up. Let's throw Papa Pete's up first, since he can't defend himself. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness, where are we at? Stuck in the sink is you. Papa Pete is okay. So, whoops. Gotta always hit start first.
I'm the 2 kids, and I have to find the ingredients to make a jug of Kool Aid. That will bring the Kool Aid Man into the game. And the controls are kind of, you plod along, and it's kind of hard to control. Oh, let's stay away from that.
Now, Television Gamer, you have a Ultimate Flashback?
Thirsty, that's right.
Yeah, I played on that.
So you're all in HD as well.
That's the
Yeah, it didn't work at first. My Kool Aid ROM wouldn't load, and then someone else sent me another one. I loaded that one, so now I have 2 Kool Aid Mans, and that one worked.
She can also pick something up.
So I did not get to be able to play until the last second.
But there are 3 items that have to use.
Well, we are going to play yours, and it's impressive. I'll say that.
There's a Kool Aid packet, which you just picked up. There's a
Well, the
pitcher.
first one, it was because the higher level you're on, the more the score is magnified.
Well, did you have a higher score on the first one you did or the second?
There's the
First
pitcher
one.
there.
Oh, you did. I may have to
Yeah.
pull up your first one then. I think I have it on the
What
second
stands
one.
to do
Let me
that?
redo that.
Part 2, I played by pushing 1 like everyone else.
Yeah,
first
and that,
one-
which is impressive, but your other one is
Kool-Aid Man comes out, and
just
you guys
destroys it, man.
destroy the two
Let's
first
see.
and what are they called? Flavies or flavies or something like that. And you have to catch as many of them as you can before you destroy both thirsties. There's the sugar right there, but notice it's up on the stand. I can't pick anything else up. I've got two things already. There goes the sugar, and those are
All right.
steps. So just walk past.
I got it on the other one now because I pulled up the one. Both of them are. We'll talk. We'll play it.
So go down the stairs, and remember, I got the girl up front. Get the side button drop, switch character, drop the second one. I want to stay away from these thirsties because if they get.
I've never played the Atari one. I saw like a screenshot of it a couple times.
It's a completely different
isn't it?
game, right? On
I
M
think so.
Network.
Yeah,
The steps. Now we're going to go down a level to that sugar.
yeah, like completely different. I think this one's definitely probably a more intricate kind of one.
Now I started off with what, 7
I'm
minutes?
surprised they didn't use more colors, or if it has something to do with the programming. I'm not of how much you can show, but I figured like I
Girl frozen.
don't know. I figured like it would be. This would be a cool if it, like I was saying earlier, if they kind of hacked it, made you collect other things, and maybe different flavors and stuff like that, and then have I don't know other goals.
Well, to
It just
me-
seems so much space in between everything.
To me, it would have been a lot better if there weren't just two levels for collecting the three components. If every time you got to it, they were somewhere different, it wouldn't be, it wouldn't get as old as quick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Because it's I think there's like two different setups, right? Like
Yeah,
either the
it'll spit up
this or
the
other.
number when you start the level, and there's only two different ones. So once you memorize those, you just follow the pattern.
Yeah.
Here and drop it.
Oh, of course we get.
Here comes the Kool-Aid. 3 minutes and 52 seconds.
Oh yeah,
They don't even score
Oh
points.
yeah.
So we got 3 minutes and 50
I can't believe I finally get on the show and Papa P can't make it.
No, he's right here. He's just right here beside me.
Yeah. It
He's
looks
just not
like
really
it.
paying attention. He's so into the game right now.
So
This is live. This is live, everyone.
I try to catch the first one. The level ends when you catch.
Yeah, and it is like it reminds me of like the Ghostbusters music video where it's just all black background with just neon lights outlining like a house and a couch and a TV, and
Before I catch
it's actually kind of cool, but there's so much. I mean, it's an Intellivision. They could have done so much more with the graphics. I think it just feels like the graphics were a little lazy. But I wasn't there in 1983. It was probably like, hey, we got this deal with General Foods. This needs to be out by the end of the month. So I don't know the pressure they were under. It could have been something like that.
There's the picture over there.
The colors on this remind me of Tron Deadlier Disc.
There's the ladder.
Yeah.
Oh, you get away from
I saw that ROM's available for like $10.
back up there.
Intellivision.us.
Yeah, that's right. Because that's exactly where I was today too. I might end up getting that as well. Did they say this Tron Anthology go on sale soon?
It should be any time. It was supposed to make it out before the end of April, but it's going to be this month.
Maybe I'll wait and actually buy the anthology.
Papa
That'd
P
be
said
one
he's
to
here in
own.
spirit.
Sugar always seems to be the one up higher.
If not in body.
Oh, this is the sugar.
Well, we have a video of your body. Well, that didn't sound right. We have this video of you playing the game. He sent us
saving
another
that.
special video we can't share. No, I'm kidding.
We're saving that video for when we play Commando.
Yeah, that's the Commando video. Kool Aid goes great with wall meat. What's up? One more quarter.
Sync will be way back. Left again. Okay, I've got the step stool or the ladder.
I will say the little step stool was an added thing to make it kind of take longer, but it was kind of unnecessary. But I understand it's just another chance for you to get caught by thirsties. Obviously not in level 1 where they're so easy to like.
All this is costing
When I redid this, you know, after I realized and stuff, and I just went to play a couple levels. I was like, wow. I was like, they're just so easy to avoid. Where when you start in that level 7, it's like they are on you. They are crisscrossing you. If they even look at you wrong, they're literally chasing you, and there's zero chance you can escape them. It's like they are on you.
Well, on one of them, I think it was on my second game, I had one of the thirsties coming straight across. He wasn't going up and down, and I didn't know how to, you had to change floors to get away from it.
You had to go on up the steps.
And if there aren't any steps around you, you're done. TJ!
The M Network Kool Aid is generally considered to be a decent game. Nothing remotely like this one. Yeah, I actually want to try it out. TJ Ferreira in the house.
I like how they put the fake steps in there. Little stairwell right there.
They fooled me because when I was first practicing, I kept trying to go up those. I'm like, well, obviously it's just like a painting on the wall or something.
Yeah.
I didn't think you could go up them, but I did try it.
Like this would never happen in level 7. I'm like, oh, he's dead, and I'm like, wait a second, how did he escape him?
I got away from him a few times just going straight. Once you got far enough ahead, the music would stop, but then I would move and they were right back on me.
Oh look, there's the sink. Oh, don't you get close.
Couple more like maybe slower. Like these guys are pretty fierce, but I mean if they had a couple slower enemies, I don't know, just something else. It just seems like there's so much open space.
Don't get your toe caught, Pete.
That's funny. I can't wait to see that.
Oh no.
TJ's son is in chat.
It's PM. Dad, I'm your long lost son. What's happening, PM? Good to see you.
There it is.
It's kind of interesting when you're on the second or first floor. You can only be all the way down or all the way up. You can't like walk in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, and then in the top floor, you've got one position. I liked to be either in the top or the bottom. It's easier to avoid them. In the middle, it's too easy for them to catch you.
Yeah.
Get down there.
Anyone else have a fun time going up and down stairs the first game?
Oh man, that was like you had to like line it up, go back, and then come back and forth. And
now I do it easy, but the first game I felt really dumb.
Great music here. All right, here we go. We grab the first thirsty as soon as we can, and all the flavors.
They're interacting with each other now.
Move so sluggish in this.
How does Kool Aid Man go through floors?
He's just like a floating ghost. Like the whole thing is supposed to be a haunted.
Is he dead? Is this a dead Kool Aid Man?
Maybe Kool Aid Man has always been a zombie or a spirit.
Kool Aid Man's always been a ghost.
But like,
just like the thirsty going through everything.
It'd be awesome if like you had to break through all these walls and collapse the mansion or something, you know, like it's Intellivision. Like there was so much more things they could have made this thing do.
Now I want to try the M Network game just to see the difference.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I definitely got to check that out.
Why
just to look at it.
The Kool Aid Man should be a lot bigger. Look how small he is. He's smaller than the kid.
I know, like two kids are bigger than him.
The other one's over here. Hope it's not way back. Oh, there it is. Here he is. So that's good. He's on this side of me. I'm going to go over here and try to get some more thirsties to come out. Or not thirsties, flavors.
The spirit of Kool Aid is in all of us. More so in the summer.
Now, my sister and I drank a lot of Kool Aid growing up, and I was, from 80 to 85, we drank a lot of Kool Aid. I don't ever remember this, and I had Intellivision. I think I would have sent it in. I don't remember ever seeing it.
And I was about, I'm trying to remember. Obviously, this was before eventually, I think it was in the 90s, they had Kool Aid Cool Points. Or maybe it was the 80s. Maybe that's what it was. I can't remember. But the Kool Aid Cool Points used to have a catalog of stuff you could get. And I used to like save up the points. And I got like a couple things. Like I got like, I think a Kool Aid bottle, a Kool Aid glass. I guess it was, it was whatever. It's for kids, but like, yeah, like you think like if I had an Intellivision and I saw that a television game in a catalog, I'd be like, Mom, I'd be like making like a picture every day, but like we need to go to the grocery store and get some more Kool Aid.
I probably would have dumped a lot out and just took the points. We're out of Kool Aid, Mom.
Yeah, we need more. I mean, think about it. Those things were what, 15 cents back in the day. Although everything was cheaper and it was just what you made back then. It was, I guess, with inflation, they'd be a couple bucks or something, or a buck or whatever I don't even know what they are. I haven't bought Kool Aid in forever. Best Kool Aid flavor, I would say grape or lime. But that's
I don't
just
even
me.
remember.
I like cherry too. We had
I remember
orange
my
a lot.
sister liking grape.
Punch, yeah, punch was good. Lemonade, it was like, well, everybody's got lemonade. If I'm gonna have Kool-Aid, I want a Kool-Aid flavor, because I used to get mad. Be like, oh, cool, Kool-Aid lemonade. Tastes just like my mom's Crystal Light. Like I didn't care. I wanted something like heavy duty.
Yeah, strawberry lemonade was good though.
That's all right. I can get down there anyway.
Oh, well, there you go. What's the best mix? The mix of Kool-Aid.
What's up, Indy?
My sister used to do that. Just put a couple different flavors in, and
It's a good idea. It all had that like that Kool-Aid aftertaste. Yeah, Country Time. That's right. Cornered the market on lemonade. My mom would always have Crystal Light, man. Always Crystal Light. Considering how the enemies are drawn to the Kool-Aid man, I now understand what drinking the Kool-Aid means. Kool-Aid watermelon. Oh my goodness. The only thing watermelon flavored I liked was Bubblicious gum. That was like the best, but it wasn't like real watermelon.
Bub's Daddy watermelon gum was great too.
Hubba Bubba Blueberry. Let's turn this into a bubblegum stream. Kool-Aid Man would make a terrifying, scary movie or a game. He'd smash through any wall at any time. Fly like he's swimming very slowly after you. That's pretty true, man. That is pretty true, Emma.
At the racetrack,
what's up, Uber Dad?
What's more terrifying,
at the
Kool-Aid
racetrack,
bear
you
or
have
a
a
cocaine bear?
Yeah, like it snorts a bunch of like orange powder. It's like orange Kool-Aid. There you go.
At the racetrack, we have a guy. His nickname is Kool Aid. Now I don't know why, but
Tang. That's the astronaut drink. Green apple. Wow. See, that's when it started getting into the weird tropical mountain rush and all that stuff. I liked like the classic like flavors when they started mixing like berry blast and waterfall and extreme Kool-Aid. I was like, okay, I'm out.
I don't think I was around drinking Kool Aid when those were coming out.
I was like, that's pretty much like, I think when those started coming out, those packets sat in the pantry for a bit. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm good. I'll drink a Pepsi or Faygo or something.
I was naturally hyper, so when I got a bunch of sugar, that wasn't pretty.
Oh, I was too. I was ADHD. I'm still very ADD. Not much the hyper, but the ADD is still there. Picaroons, Melon Head Ale, delicious. Oh, is that what you're drinking right now, Pete?
Whoa.
Big League Chew is another one.
I don't remember that one.
The other guy should be coming.
Red's Apple Ale. Now, I know the Red's Apple Ale is pretty good, actually. That is actually real. I remember when that came out, or at least when I tried it. Maybe not when it came out. It probably was already out. I just remember. I once tortured all my D&D players with random Kool-Aid mans crashing through walls to ambush them. Speaking of that, I am going to fast forward because a lot of these games are like about a half hour long. So I figured I'd show Pete since he wasn't here.
Pete's got the longest one.
Yeah, so Pete is going. I'm trying to see when it's going to show. I guess we'll go to about right here. Oh my goodness! Of course,
That's the thing about this game. No matter,
breakfast biscuit commercials.
I think this game it all looks the same.
All right, 4 minutes and 39 seconds to this time.
Look, it has great music, but then it just only plays it for a second.
Say, well, I wanted to hit me in this case. There's one. Oh, I got both thirsties out here.
Kurt says I still need Kool Aid and Spiker to finish my 125. There's a couple ones that I need that I should just pick up at this point, but whatever. Like I saw Ladybug the other day for like $30. It was like the CBS version, which I'm cool with. I'm like, why don't I get that? I'm like, I don't have it, but I'm like not in a rush because it's not like one that's ever going to be rare. But I should just pick that up to complete that, you know. And then, but yeah, I saw my eyes ads. I saw a Super Pro Wrestling for I think $200 or 109, whatever it was, close to 200. I'm like, man, that's not too bad because that is actually a really good game and one that I was actually playing that today.
But they'll go for 100 and something now and then.
I do declare 714, 635.
714, 635.
That is more Kool-Aid Man than
714,000. That's insane. But speaking of insane, let's move on. Let's play. I want to see. I'm stuck on the sink, so we're gonna play Jeff's next.
It's a good one.
That was the best moment of all of them.
The best part of my video is it's really short. I'm stuck on the sink. What's happening? See how high I was up on there? I wonder if it gets. I wonder if that's not a good spot to be in. Like game one.
None of them would ever defeat the guy. I just told them to find the tap guy. That's funny.
We got two kids.
Kurt, I thought you just needed Spiker.
Oh, by the way, for that 714 or 715, Pete just quit the game. He figured that'd be enough. No one would go and keep playing it because he was just going to keep playing. He probably would have got up there after that. But yeah, he goes, I quit because it was just enough. I had good intentions of firing up Kool Aid Man last night in preparation for today's show. Just couldn't force myself. I know. You got to want to play Kool Aid Man. You never want to get forced into it.
Well, I mean, that's the good thing about this show. I would have never played Kool Aid Man.
Same. There's a few, not a lot, but there's a few games doing these challenges that I never, like I probably bought them, sampled them for a second when whatever, it's part of my collection, then popped it back on the shelf. Like, unless it was one I grew up with, like I really haven't sat down and seriously played a few games. Probably more than a few, but not like. Because there's like Swords and Serpents, I don't think I've ever sat down and played. Dragonfire, I recently started kind of playing it because I saw the Atari version. I can't remember who I saw doing that. Someone was playing it.
There's this phase. Oh, I know what it is. This phase, and then there's a
Papa Pete says, I actually figured who the hell wants to watch any more of this stuff? Hey, who would do an hour stream of this stuff, right? Michael Hayes, what's happening? Good evening.
Michael, I need a box version of Fubar.
Me too. I tried to get the ROM today, Michael, but the ROM file that I got on a television collector, they didn't hit. It was a zip file and it had everything like the box, the manual, the overlays, but it didn't have the game ROM. So I gotta hit them up. Unless there's something I need to do on that. But I read that Chuck started at level 7 in most games. You have to cheat to get to a new level. I like to skip right to the highest. That's, accidentally.
Look at that. Michael said he has 2 box copies for you guys right there.
Ooh.
That off, yeah.
But yeah, hopefully I'll have that ROM figured out and I can play it next stream.
Michael, you want to sell one?
I may be interested. Yeah, well, I popped it. I'd be interested in buying too. No game ROM. Weird. It should be in bin. Yeah, it's weird. The bin won't pop up. It won't when I try to pull it up on the LTO. It doesn't work. It just says it's looking for a ROM file. unless there's a way for the LTO to accept a bin file. I'm also stupid, and I'm not a computer guy at all. I'm just like learning as I go on anything I do. So
I'm
it
somewhere
is
in
in
the
the
middle.
bin file. So if I don't know how to make that work. Just stop streaming on Twitch. That's cool.
Look
man.
at that, Chuck. He has 2 for sale.
Here comes Kool Aid Man.
Dude, I mean, it depends on the price. Like I'm a broke individual right now, especially when it comes to spending on extracurricular stuff like game collections. But I would be interesting. Yeah, see, it wouldn't even recognize it to drag it. Like I pull up add ROMs to LTO Flash, and it just I put everything to the desktop, so it goes right to that. So it pulls up anything with nothing else on, because my desktop doesn't have anything else on. So I just threw the games on there, and I was like, it won't even show up as like a file. Like the LTO program won't recognize it without it being like, unless I'm doing something wrong. So
They're so fast. This guy really wants me to kill him.
that sucks, man.
I can't get these.
Maybe I'll ask Pete, because Pete's done it about 1 million times. So
Okay, I got him. Oh, and him. Not him. Too fast.
the phantom flavors.
It's like I can only get the ones that are on the.
So we figure out what those are. Like I could tell the one is supposed to be a grape, one's a lemon. Like that's obviously a lemon.
There's that other thirsty. I don't want him yet. I want to rack up some points.
I guess that would be a lime then. If the one's a lemon, the green one would be a lime.
Because you don't actually score points on this level. They're like kind of in reserve. And if you
Oh, that's not bad, man.
you score points on. Yeah, the first level you scored.
There you go, Intellivision gamers, 65. Not a scalper. I want these games in circulation.
Michael, I definitely would like one of
I
those.
don't want him yet.
Michael, I'll take one too then. That's a really fair price, man.
I appreciate that.
If you want, I'll just send me like a PayPal link or a buy link through DJC Game Studios at Gmail, and I'll buy it today, and then save the other one and send it to whatever you want them to send to.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll take both those copies, man.
Things are different.
That's why we do the show. We make game deals right live on the show.
I don't have this one memorized, though.
Man, it's hard for me to get a homebrew I don't have, so I'm really liking that.
Yeah, that's pretty well. I've been wanting to play that anyways, so.
Right in front of me. You can't go up
But I also love that was like a cover where it had like all the paint rollers in there. Like I just want that on my shelf because I'm crazy about that stuff. I like a good cover. I called one a pineapple.
either all the way up or all the way down. You can't like walk in the middle of the floor for some reason. All right, I got that.
And he's like, "How much for shipping to Israel?"
I need a picture. Where the picture is? Let's see. Oh, there's the picture right there. But I was just looking on the Twin Galaxies. There's only one score for Kool Aid Man.
Wasn't it like 800,000 or something?
No, it's 4.2 million.
Oh, okay. I was way off.
Yeah. He's the only one that has a score. So, why can't I pick it up? Casey, if you want to get second place, send it into Twin Galaxies.
Say what?
Oh, he'd want to get first place. He would just keep playing until he got first place.
What was first? I missed that.
Oh, 4.2 plus million on Kool Aid Man for Intellivision is the high score.
Woo! Does it say what level?
No way to get around them.
I think there's 13 levels, and I've never seen anyone beat the game. I don't even know if there's an ending or it just stops.
Oh, now I'm out of room. Huh. No, I don't know.
When do you get stuck in the sink, Jeff? Has that happened towards the end?
I guess it has to be. It's towards the end right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were at the end. I was like, I'm waiting for that sink.
That's when,
We were towards the end when you hit play.
Hit again by no kidding. See, I'm already separated. They're both over here. That's good news.
when you buy an Intellivision game like Kool Aid Man, you already have D&D or ASTROSMASHED. You tend not to play it very often or at all. I can see that. If I don't know, as a kid, when it's like it was different back in the day. I mean, there's so many games and a million ways to play them now. Like back in those days, you got a game and you played it. Like even if you were like, man, I don't really like this game, you would still play it because it was the only game you had. Like we had poker and blackjack. Do you think a child wants to play poker and black? Nope. But I played it because it was something to put on the TV that I can interact with.
There I am.
Michael knows. Michael knows.
Why didn't they get me? I am stuck on this.
I'm all for that. I'm not going to play it that far.
Oh man, that's nuts.
I'm stuck. Oh come on.
Just like a movie trailer, Jeff has teasers that aren't in the final video.
I've done that a few times, right? I'll take a game I played and I didn't want to use it. No, but something interesting happened, so I'll grab that. All right.
15 digits. Wow.
I'm squished. 79,104.
79,104.
That's all I could take. I don't know if I'm gonna play this again.
Hey, you know what? I don't blame you, man. I get it. I get it.
On these
Stuck in
games
the
that
sink.
if the games aren't great, I tend to not try them too many times.
We'll play mine because it's not too long. Because this is me after a bunch of complaining and dying and getting just killed by thirsties. Whoops, I have to present it first. Where am I? There it is. So yeah, this is me like that. I just died from another thirsty. So I don't get how. You try to avoid them, they just end up coming for you anyways. Oh, highest level's 13. You just say on level 13 indefinitely. Certain level 15 is like level 16 of Vectron Impossible.
Michael,
Yeah,
I
they're
just
just-
sent you a PM.
All right. Being super careful. Look, I love the look at my face. I'm like so fed up at this point. Like I'm just so angry playing this because I know I have to complete a game for Monday, and I'm just like, of all the things that I could be doing or playing.
You look absolutely miserable right there.
Oh, I was. Like this is about an hour and a half
Torture.
of trying to get something playable, thinking that this is the game. This is like every time thinking this is the difficulty of the easiest level. And I'm like, how can I not get it? How can I just not get it? Like, why is everyone else so much better? Especially those thirsties, man. They are insane. Dude. I actually paused. I was like, I didn't even care. I didn't even have any emotion for it. I was like, whatever. I'll censor it later, I'm thinking. Yeah, I just left the girl. I'm like, whatever. I'll just pick the rest of the stuff up with the one kid. Just hearing sounds.
Oh, wow. Dracula's kicking butt.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think so. We got the poll up, everyone.
44% Dracula.
Whoops. I need to mute my mic there. Yeah, Commando, Dracula, Blockade Runner, and Tutankhamun. Vote now because we will stop. We got about another 15 minutes. But yeah, Commando at 28, Dracula at a whopping 44, Blockade Runner, which it should be at 8%, Tutankhamun at 20. I'm down to play some Dracula. I played some Dracula on Patreon on my Patreon the other day for the first time ever since I finally got it because I never had it. And it is a good game. Like it's a fun game too.
That's another game I've never played.
Yeah, it's same here. And like I literally just recently just got it and learned it, and so I love because you could turn into a bat, and it reminds me of the Things We Do in the Shadows, like that comical like vampire like series where he just goes bat and he turns into a bat. He just like, yells bat really loud. So I kept going bat. That's stupid, but it's funny. Just here. Michael says just got the PM. Trolls are fantastic. We found out that was a lie. Oh, look, it's done that way.
Vote Tutankhamun.
Well, I get the picture then.
Tutankhamun's the new burger time. That was that number on your box.
Dude. You just can't get anywhere near those guys.
God. This is so boring to watch. I'm gonna fast forward even mine. Okay, there's my. At least I finally get Kool Aid to smash through.
I did.
That was my first time too. I was like, yeah.
Now I seek revenge on the thirsties and phantom flavors. Oh, wow.
Yeah, Michael, hit me up, DJC Game Studios at Gmail when you get a chance, man. I'm down to get one of those.
Let's fight. I will fight you. Why am I so slow?
Oh, is that what you meant? Email sent. Never mind. Sorry, I'm stupid. Yeah, this is where I learned he's not the greatest to control, and he floats like a balloon that a fan is blowing at that you just can't move.
Stuff to come to you. Oh, I want to get that thirsty guy. Apparently, I just fly through walls like a phantom.
The flying ghost Kool-Aid man. I agree, Savener. This game is riveting.
This way. Guess I'll just float. Oh.
It should be over very soon.
I don't understand what's happening.
We should have just played Diner a second time in a row.
Whoa.
Oh, I'd be so down. They should do a diner hack where you play as the Kool-Aid man in the diner.
Oh, I gotta get
And then
it.
instead of the deflating chef, you just crack the Kool-Aid man and he just spills everywhere. Be kind of grotesque.
Oh, I almost. Yes, I got one of them. So I think I gotta get both those. I guess. I don't know.
I remember as a kid killing the last thirsty as far to the right as you possibly go and seeing a weird screen artifact all the way on the right side of the screen. Really? I might have to try that now. You guys would like this. I actually caught footage of a rocket getting shot down today about no kidding. That's nuts.
I have beat the game. What?
Yeah, I'm like, I beat the game. I literally thought that was the end of the game.
I guess we keep
I remember laughing when I watched your video. I beat the game.
Oh, different house. Probably not. I probably just where I was left.
I posted a picture on Atari Age. The artifact looks like golden shingles from a nearby house. Made me wonder why the kids didn't just run next door. Have the neighbors call the police. Sneed! Good to see you, man. Sneed in the house. Yeah, they're here in Dome's keeping them safe, man.
Wow.
So look at that, just beating it once and then dying right in the next level. It's almost 200K. Like, if I would have kept going, which,
at least I
speaking of, oh, I don't want to see me. So speaking of that, I am going to play the Intellivision Gamers run where he has two of them, but he started the super hard level like I did, but he kept going. Let's see what that's all about. Here it is.
Gamer
here. We're gonna play a little bit of Kool Aid Man today for the ASTROSMASHED Monday show. I'm a guest on there today.
Nice HD, good to look at. There's 2 of them.
Now, this is a game that I have never played until recently, so I'm not expecting it to go very well. Look at that shirt.
The Brian, is that the Brian's Man Cave shirt?
Yeah.
Nice.
Collect the 3
Vince McMahon. I was busy with my lady friends. I bet you were, Vince. You silly man.
Have a boy and a girl here. Each kid can carry 1 item. I was gonna wear another shirt today, but I wore it recently and it was not clean.
Dropper.
Run you down.
Oh, the jaw dropper. I need to order another one of those. I don't even know what happened to mine. I might have gave it away. Well, no, because I had a sleeveless one. I don't know what happened to it. It was lost in the laundry somewhere.
Commando's catching up.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Oh,
yeah, we're at 33 to 41. So it looks like it's going to be Commando or Dracula. So get your votes in. Do what you need to do. I'm looking the other way. You know how we do it here. It's like 147 votes and 20 people watching. That's kind of weird.
Guess we'll find out, hopefully.
One of my hacks in this game makes the kids invincible. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. You can also see what level 14 would be like. Cool hack, man.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to vote with my alt account. As you should. Maybe I'll vote with my alt account.
There's 2.
No, I usually don't vote.
Now we have to get the stool and grab.
I don't think I've ever voted on this.
All while avoiding those nasties.
On the Miko Forever show, I voted with alt account because there's no like thing to it. It's just what do people like the most. So I'd always have to vote for TurboGrafx because it never got many votes.
Now, the quicker you do this, the more time you have.
I like to vote for TurboGrafx
with Kool Aid Man.
That's actually like Intellivision and TurboGrafx are like that's my stuff. Like I like I love Sega Genesis too, but Intellivision and TurboGrafx, unfortunately, I did a big no-no, which is sold off. I had a huge Turbo collection with the original Turbo. Original Turbo, I ended up giving to like my nephew. With a bunch of games, and then I got a Turbo Duo, and I just kept collecting games and ordering games. Ordered tons of PC Engine games. Then I started hitting eBay after that, later on in life, and just boom, 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 just like stacks and stacks of like the most insane games ever. And when I moved out to California, I didn't want to work. Oh no! I moved out there and I was living like rent free for like a year because I had prepaid like for a year. And then that year went up pretty quick. And I was like, I don't want to get a job because we were just doing music. And I was like, I'm going to sell everything I have. So I sold because I was like, oh, I could play it, because back then, people didn't think of any video games as value or anything. So I sold my Intellivision, my Turbo Duo, all my boxed games for both consoles. I sold Game Gear, my Sega Nomad, all my Sega Genesis, my PlayStation 1. Like one guy sold it in a whole lot because I was stupid back then. You're supposed to sell them separately, but eBay was also kind of new to people too because this was like probably literally like the year 2000 or 2001 or something. And someone bought it for a significant amount of money. I forgot what it was, but it's nothing near what it would have been worth. It might have been like $1,500 or something like that, or $1,200, and I sold everything. And I'm like, that's okay. I could get it again. I don't really want that stuff. It's old.
Then it all went way up.
And then the thing with the TurboGrafx is the one I most regret because I had some crazy games. Same with my 3DO is another one. 3DO, I had so many 3DO games from mail order. Like I had like all the adult puzzle games and all the crazy stuff that's like worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars now.
When I got married the first time is when I sold all my rare Intellivision stuff, and that was somewhere mid 2000s. And I sold a few consoles as well, and it was all my TurboGrafx 16 stuff, all that I bought new, all mint, and also the Atari Jaguar. And those are the two that went up the most, I think.
Insane. Oh, that's the most right now, dude.
I have them all back, but I don't have all of my items, but I do have the consoles.
Well, I mean, especially like a North American Turbo Duo. I know the capacitors go out and you got to get them recapped and stuff, but I mean, it depends on the usage, you know. But
the one I have now is recapped. Now I do not want to get that thirsty because
I got a Duo. I eventually picked up a Duo R PC Engine Duo R with a Japan mod and an RCA mod, and it works really good. I have an EverDrive in it. But then, like a couple years ago, maybe more, it's been actually a lot longer, probably about 3 or 4 years ago, the disk drive started having problems, and it's had this problem a couple times, and I had it repaired. Because please set disk, and I'm like, the disk is set, the thing is closed, just play the game, and it just won't. So I tried cleaning it. I just need to send it out to a guy again. It's funny because the guy I sent it to, of all of eBay, although there's probably a small, 15 years ago, there's probably a small amount of people that were doing mods on a PC Engine, but I sent it out to the guy, and he goes, "Dude, this is my childhood system. This is the first one I ever modded. This used to be mine." And he's like, "I'm cleaning this up for you." And he took it apart, cleaned everything, replaced the disk drive, did it, and he only charged me like $50 and sent it back to me. I was like, "Dude," and it worked for forever, and then it got the problem again. Phantom Flavors. What happened to Jeff? Now everybody's, dude. If your power or my power goes out next, I'd seek shelter. I guess I don't know what's happening.
Well, for me, it happens quite regularly because I live out in the country, so people hit power poles a couple times a month. 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, here it is.
Sorry.
What's worse than selling your game collections when your brother sells them for drugs behind your back? Ouch!
Oh, wow.
I hope that's not a true story, Salvatore. Oh.
Is the Commando game based on the Capcom arcade or the Arnold movie? It's the Capcom arcade. It's literally like it's a port of it. It's just it's done in television style with all little running man, but it is the port of it. It plays just like the NES one, just different graphics.
Commando's winning, by the way.
What's that?
Commando's winning.
Is it back up now?
Is it?
Oh, man. Dracula 35, Commando 46. I like it. They need to make Commando 2. Get to the chopper. At the risk of setting everybody in the room, I have one of those Pioneer Laserdisc game systems with the Sega Genesis plug-in module. Use the proceeds to buy the DeLorean. Dude, there's nothing wrong with that. I would sell a game collection to rebuy a DeLorean. I wish I had my DeLorean again.
This guy has one still, right?
Yeah, I saw that the other day. I'm like, is all Intellivision people have DeLoreans now? I'm like, I got mine way too early. Like, I wish I should have never got rid of it.
Wait, Brian has a DeLorean?
A DeLorean, yeah. You had a picture the other day.
Oh, awesome.
Captain Commando running on Intellivision. That'd be so. I'm guessing Intellivision only has 8 then. I didn't know that. I didn't know NES Commando had 16.
The NES Commando is the only one I've ever played.
I think I have that. I'm pretty sure I have it. Well, I used to. I probably don't now. There's a lot of games. Jackal's another game that I used to own growing up, and I don't have it anymore. I wouldn't mind picking out. I mean, the NES carts for the most part aren't too bad to collect for.
And most of the rare ones I didn't have and play anyway. Early on in the first game, I was lost. But now that
did you see the new DeLorean? Oh my God, those things are the electric vehicle, the brand. I think it came out. It's a 2022. Dude,
it does get repetitive.
It's literally it looks like a spaceship. It's just.
Oh boy, I wasn't paying.
I didn't know there was a new DeLorean.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, they were teasing it for a few What it was is DeLorean Motor Company.
No.
They've been reproducing new kind of rebuilt DeLoreans, new parts. Look at that.
Wow.
1,850,912. Now that is something to be extremely proud of. That you have won, sir. Game over. You don't win much. You just get bragging rights. That's
what I play for.
I'm sitting here looking at this new DeLorean.
Yeah. You have won yourself. That'd be so great. I'd play Kool Aid Man till the sun came up if I win a DeLorean out of it.
You can reserve the new ones right now. How about that?
I thought DJC was good at games. No, never said I was. I love games.
Salvador.
I know, right? That is epic.
Thanks, Chris.
Atari Creep in the house. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to give it one more minute on this. So we'll say 8:05, unless it I don't see seconds. So hopefully it doesn't just flip over. But we got 46-35, Commando versus Dracula. I need to get the Jeopardy theme. So I drop right this play during the last minute. Don't play for him. Hey, take care, Emma. Thanks for stopping in.
See you, Emma.
I'm just going to build my own flux capacitor for the thing. Reproductions cost it. Oh, they're insane. I actually, during the whole lockdown, I was going to buy a DeLorean. I was actually talking to DeLorean Motors. Ended up doing something completely different, which I kind of regret. But I was talking to them, and I already had in my cart on eBay. There was a guy that builds them, and I added it to my cart, and I literally was going to just buy it even before I got the car, knowing I was going to get the DeLorean again. And it was the whole circuitry that goes that's like that rainbow kind of thing, the lights, the LED lights that go when he reaches a 88, they get all bright. And then the flex capacitor is right next to those, but it's those what do they call it? The matrix lights that go up. And it was it was $1,500 for just that setup without the casing. And then if I got everything was going to be an extra $3,000 just for those parts. I was like, that's good. I'll start there. And then I'll start doing the outside of the car once, and then of course I didn't get it, but there's so many people that make some really good flex capacitors. Some of them have the sound. Some of them even play music and the sound effects of going back in time. And anyways,
I like the DeLorean, but I'm a Corvette guy. I need to restore my 57.
Oh, nice. Now that's a nice Corvette. All right, I think it's time to shut her down. I even gave it a few more, and there it is. Looks like it's Commando 45 by 10%, Dracula 35. So there it is. So Commando next week. I'm kind of excited about this. I get too excited. And I'm like, man, I want to release it early, but I'm like, no, I can't release it until everyone else, until the day of or day before, because then I'll be like, then people will see I never win half of them, so it doesn't really matter. But Doc Brown made the best flux capacitor. No one else could. You're right. His quality of flux capacitors was pretty good, right? Oh, you're right, Pete. You get a copy. Wow. No kidding. The Jeopardy theme gives you a copyright strike. Well, thank you. Good to know. It's funny because I was talking to a friend of mine, and we were going to do what do you want to call I want to do some drops for the new DJC show, and we were laughing. The movie Pineapple Express, where it has what's his name? He plays Barry, and he was on SNL. But he plays, it's all the black and white movie where they very first went in, and he's like, you're gonna smoke product 13 or whatever they called it, and he's in there and he's singing the old fashioned tunes like someone would air guitar, but it's the 1920s. So he's like, and then they ended up like he's like, what's with the gun? And you just hear a gunshot, and then the general comes out and he's like, illegal. And we were talking about demonetization. I was gonna do a drop that was that same scene, but with instead of saying illegal, it would say demonetize because like of all these new like. I'm like, I wonder if I get like a strike because I showed that clip or something. It's like YouTube has put a lot of new rules to where it's like you basically can't breathe anything that's got like a copyright on it. Never played Intellivision, though I had an Atari when I was young. NES, I've seen the street. Yeah, dude. We do this every Monday at 7. I do mostly Intellivision stuff, but Mr. Fusion will be easy to make. Just 3D print one. Yeah, those would be a little easier. I would think. Remember when somebody was trying to claim copyright for the Happy Birthday song? Yeah, I do remember that. Well, anyways, guys, I appreciate the Intellivision Gamer for coming on. Please come on anytime, any week. If you want to play, come on and join us anytime you can.
Appreciate that.
And Jeff from Go Game Go with his foot stuck in the sink.
Stuck in the sink.
And Pete, somewhere, we're praying for you out there in the darkness. Hello, darkness. See, there's another one. I'm going to get a.
Maybe Pete drinks all of his beer so it doesn't go warm.
At least he's drinking all his pickaroons. The Nintendo lawyers won't be happy that Zelda was. Oh, boy. Yeah. Well, anyways, we will see you next week for Commando. We're going next week. We're all going Commando.
Woohoo!
Take care, everyone.